Let's up-pot some garden seedlings. You're gonna need your seedlings, a lot of larger containers. They don't need to be store-bought pots. They can be old containers that you've drilled holes into. Your garden journals and popsicle sticks for labeling. Potting mix, you can make your own. If you're making new pots, make sure you have a drill. And then trays to carry them in on. The second thing you should do is fill your new pots about halfway with potting soil. I recommend halfway because we're not doing bare roots. We are bringing the soil from their seed cells, so you're going to want a little bit of room to put that soil that's already on those plants. The next thing we're going to do is inspect our potting soil. This is really dry, so I'm actually going to water it all in, just to make sure that we're starting these plants off on the right foot and with good potting mix. Now this is optional, but I like to organize my new pots by type, so then I can use the same type of pot for the same type of plants. It's just easier for me to remember what's where. So for example, I might use circle green pots for types of tomatoes, but I'll figure it out today as we go along. I'm gonna start with these MI Gardner Homestead tomatoes first. Just gonna gently pop the bottom, and then you can see all those roots coming. There are 2 plants in this cell, so I'm just gonna very gently divide them, being careful not to break too many of the roots. Like that. And then I'm actually gonna plant these together in a bigger pot. I'm just gonna set those right there and grab the next cell. Once you have your plants in their new cell, you can go ahead and take some extra dirt and kind of put it around them. Tomatoes are nice because you can bury the stems a little bit and they'll actually just grow more roots. Do not forget your label. And we're going to go ahead and water that in. Once your plants are potted, don't forget to put in your garden journal that you up-potted today. When up-potting, you can either put 1 plant per pot, which is recommended for optimal strength and growth, or you can put multiple plants in a bigger pot. If you do this, I really recommend putting them in the corners of your pots. That way they'll be easier to separate out when you are ready to plant them in the garden. And sometimes you need to put more than 1 in a pot just because you only have so many pots. And that's okay. They'll still grow. They just won't get quite the head start some of your other plants will get.